And the Oscar goes to Chloé Zhao, Nomadland. 축하합니다.
Thank you to the Academy. Thank you to my brilliant nominees, final nominees. Thank you. My entire Nomadland company. What a crazy, once-in-a-lifetime journey we're on together. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to you. I've been thinking a lot lately of how I keep going when things get hard. And I think it goes back to something I learned when I was a kid. When I was growing up in China, my dad and I used to play this game. We would memorize classic Chinese poems and texts, and we would recite it together and try to finish each other's sentences. And there's one that I remember so dearly. It's called the 3 Character Classics. And the first phrase goes, 人之初，性本善. People at birth are inherently good. And those 6 letters had such a great impact on me when I was a kid. And I still truly believe them today. Even though sometimes it might seem like the opposite is true, but I have always found goodness in the people I met everywhere I went in the world. So this is for anyone who has the faith and the courage to hold on to the goodness in themselves and to hold on to the goodness in each other, no matter how difficult it is to do that. And this is for you. You inspire me to keep going. Thank you. Thank you.
The reflective, observational films of Chloé Zhao have made her a darling of the American indie scene. Now she's set to become a huge name in film, with Oscar buzz building around Nomadland, her collaboration with actor Frances McDormand, and an entry into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with eon-spanning blockbuster Eternals. Here's a look back at her previous 2 features to see what makes Chloé Zhao such a special filmmaker. Zhao's debut feature, Songs My Brothers Taught Me, follows Johnny, a young man living in Pine Ridge, the largest of the Native American reservations. He lives with his mother and little sister, Jay Sean. His older brother is in prison nearby. To make ends meet, Johnny illegally distributes alcohol. The sale of alcohol is forbidden on reservation land due to the effects of alcoholism on the local community. This also means that Johnny can save money to move to Los Angeles with his girlfriend.
Do you think you could sell me one of your old cars? I'm going to LA with my girl.
Elements of this story draw from the life of lead actor John Reddy, including appearances from his family members and the house he grew up in. Along with its real-world influences, the film also has a very loose plot, making it feel less like fiction and more like documentary. Instead of a focused, dramatic series of scenes, Zhao presents a multitude of events taking in different facets of life on the reservation. There are lots of debates about alcoholism in particular, a societal issue where nuanced positions on both sides intersect with religion and community pride.
If we legalize alcohol, they're going to have a lot more. We're going to have
legalize alcohol, businesses are going to boom. Alcoholic businesses.
For Johnny, these issues compel him to leave the reservation. His brother also encourages him to do so.
I don't know what they're gonna think.
You don't even worry about it, just go. Just get off this res.
Meanwhile, worried about her brother leaving, Jay Sean starts to work for local artist Travis, who becomes something of a father figure. Johnny's plan to leave for LA is light on details. It seems he doesn't have much of an idea about what it would be like. But he knows Pine Ridge, its prairies, hills, and horizons. The potential of the land and hope for the future comes together into something verging on a prophecy.
Crazy Horse said, everything all seemed to have ended at Wounded Knee. But it will all begin again with the 7th generation, you know? And that's you.
Whether or not this will come to pass is unclear. It's telling that after this hopeful prediction, Travis's next appearance in the film sees him drinking heavily in front of a conflicted Jay Sean. For Johnny and for Jay Sean, the future is uncertain. Zhao's 2017 follow-up, The Rider, builds on the real-life elements of Songs My Brothers Taught Me by closely following the biography of its lead actor, Brady Jandreau. After teaching Zhao to ride horses during the production of Songs My Brothers Taught Me, a rodeo accident resulted in a brain injury that limited his ability to ride again. In this fictionalized telling of that story, Jandreau's dramatic landscapes of the prairie are shown in full widescreen and stark natural light. A strong Brady is frequently silhouetted against the sky in a cowboy hat and draws his identity from his work.
I believe God gives each of us a purpose. To the horse, it's trying to cross the prairie. For a cowboy, it's to ride.
In his struggle against the odds to ride out again, out on the prairie, Brady steps away from the modern world, back into the natural one and into the iconography of America's past. This is his innate identity as a rider. The religious language in this scene and in others discussing rodeo shows the strength of these beliefs. For Brady, in contrast, Nomadland develops on themes and working processes from Songs My Brothers Taught Me and The Rider, despite its A-list lead. Drawn from a non-fiction book, it follows Frances McDormand's character as she drives around the USA working temporary jobs and sleeping in her van. Filmed over 4 months and featuring many real-life figures from the book it's based on, it's another step in Zhao's continuing development as one of the most exciting filmmakers around.